It's up to you to cut the strings when you realize that you're a puppet and you've been lying. What do you mean I've been lying, Dr. B? I don't lie. Well, you do. And let's break that down. Ever since your first Christmas story, and your parents told you about Santa Claus. Now, not all of us got that. Some of us kind of had a different type of a family. But think about it. Your parents, they're like God in the beginning. That's your God. Your parents, or whoever's taking care of you. When you're a child, those people are the truth. You're modeling them. You're absorbing the way that they move, the way they talk, the way they live. You're taking that energy on as you. You become self-reliant on them as they are giving you life. Your vision of the world comes from your family. What they've agreed to, you agree to too. What they agree to, you agree to too, over time. Santa Claus is not what you think, as you're about to find out. When you realize that your parents told you things about the tooth fairy putting a tooth under the pillow, what is that about? She can come through the wall with money and take your tooth. Why does she need your tooth? What does she do with teeth? Is she the bone collector? They collecting DNA? But that story is not based on facts. So when you grow up in a family that creates a paradigm for you, that becomes your vortex, your belief system, your world. It's not the earth, it's your world, your concept, your perception. Your perception comes from your people. And a lot of times the perceptions that were given to you by your people were lies. A lie is a statement that's flat. It's a flat line. It's not alive. It's not vertical. The statement is not moving you up and elevating your life. A lot of the statements and beliefs that we have were based on flatline beliefs and based on somebody, right, who told you something, who told them something, and at the end you find out that it's the farmer or the Lord or the masters of the world that have created these stories. I'm not talking about what you call the God, the Lord. I'm talking about the landlord. I'm talking about the people that create the government. I'm talking about the people that have controlled things since the beginning, since you've been here. This very small group of people that would like to keep everybody in a certain place, to keep them on a farm like sheep. It is up to you to realize that you're on a farm and you're living in a pharmacy. And there's no farm to see, but the seeing of the farm has been created and photoshopped into your mind and impressed, and you're impressive, and you think that you're impressed by being something great. You've chosen to be the Democrat, the Republican. You've chosen your religion based on what you were told. And a lot of these things were based on lies. I'm not saying that religion and these belief systems are not good. I'm saying that the truth of it is much deeper, and you've got to go into the real truth of it and find your own truth and not just go along to get along with the old okie dokie. Yes, sir, boss. You've got to wake up. And when you begin to do research and you begin to realize that this whole thing is a flat line until you begin to live. Why does Pinocchio's nose, this is the pineal, he's a representation of the pineal. This is a pineal story. Why does his nose grow when he lies? Y'all ready for this? When you lie, your nose grows. You become nosy. When you are not settled and have a strong foundation within yourself or within a group that's being honest and open and clear and dealing with facts, your nose grows. In other words, your senses are looking for something real. See, there's a natural sense you were born with. There's a natural sensation that you were born with. There was a natural knowledge that you were born with. But you begin to let it go once you agree to the stories that you were given throughout life. But your inner self, your pineal, is always looking for the truth. So what happens is, since you have become a lie, you're eating things that basically are not giving you nutrition, but they were told you it was good for you. You're listening, you're learning things in school. A lot of it's not going to help you. It's going to reduce you. You're living in struggle because your family may have taught the language of struggle. How hard it's going to be. It's going to be tough to get married. It's going to be tough to do this. Everything is hard. It's a struggle. You listen to the news. It's hard. It's always a war going on. There's always some unrest. And this becomes your world. And you've become what? You've become soaked and absorbed in this world. But this world is not the earth. It is not the place. Because if things were so bad and so terrible, the planet would not be spinning right now. We wouldn't be here. This would be like a charcoal briquette floating through space. They'd have fried this thing a long time ago. Your parents did their best. Don't be mad. Don't be upset. The people who are controlling things, they did this. Why? To test you. It's an obstacle course. You got to become the bomb, the healing bomb, the love bomb. You've got to break out of the pharmacy. You've got to break out of the farm. You got to be the black sheep that jumps over the fence. But if you stay in the farm, you lie. Why? Because you're suppressing your ancestral gifts. And if you are suppressing your ancestral gifts, then you are suppressing who you really are. And you can't be spiritual if you are suppressing your ancestral gifts. If you keep doing the same thing over and over every day, getting the same results, then you've got to break the spell. The spell is on you because you allowed the spell to be put on you. Now you've got to break that spell by breaking the lie. Otherwise, your nose grows.